On the side, it's the only ones that don't have that. It's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommendations right now, but.
Six months
away before.
Yeah. Now there's here. We know it's above water. No, it's not captioning. Oh, well.
I don't know. I've been working since 7, and just straight from practice to here. I mean, like,
On the meeting to order at 6 p.m., please rise if you're able and join us for the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I know. Yeah, please.
Right. All right, approval of treasurer's warrants, payroll warrants for July 18th, July 25th, August 2nd, August 8th, and August 15th, 2025. Open for motion.
Move to approve the payroll warrants of July 18, July 25, and August 2, August 6 of 2025, and August 15, 2025.
August 8th.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you put August 6th in there.
8, sorry. Okay.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Accounts payable warrants for July 22nd, 2025, July 29th, August 5th, August 12th, and August 19th, 2025. Open for motion.
Make a motion to approve the accounts payable warrants as previously stated.
Second.
That's just cheating. Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Approval of the minutes for July 15th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 15, 2025.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions, edits? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. All right, we have a couple of special presentations tonight. We won't be doing one for Dave Gagnon because he's got to do one more year, we found out. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna read this out. Proclamation of recognition. Whereas the town of Wiscasset recognizes the importance of committed public service in carrying out the essential functions of local government, and whereas Linda Perry has completed 10 years of service as town clerk for the town of Wiscasset, and whereas during this time she has diligently overseen the responsibilities of the clerk's office, including maintaining public records, administering elections, and supporting the statutory operations of the town. And whereas the select board, on behalf of the citizens of Wiscasset, acknowledges this milestone and expresses its heartfelt appreciation for a decade of service in this vital municipal role. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Wiscasset Select Board hereby recognizes Linda Perry for 10 years of dedicated service as town clerk and marks this occasion with appreciation for her contributions to the town's operations. In witness whereof, on behalf of the select board of the town of Wiscasset, the chair has set its hand and caused the seal of the town to be affixed this 19th day of August 2025. Congratulations.
I also offer my congratulations on behalf of the staff.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Proclamation of recognition. Whereas the town of Wiscasset takes great pride in the dedication and commitment of its public servants who selflessly devote their time, talent, and courage to the safety and well-being of our community. And whereas John Mary has honorably served the town of Wiscasset as a member of the Wiscasset Fire Department for 50 years, demonstrating commitment, leadership, and service in protecting lives and property. And whereas throughout these 50 years, John has answered countless calls with professionalism and compassion, embodying the very spirit of volunteerism and community service. And whereas John's 50 years of service represents not only his personal dedication, but also an enduring example of civic duty, inspiring both his fellow firefighters and generations of Wiscasset residents. And whereas the select board, on behalf of the citizens of Wiscasset, which wishes to recognize and express its profound gratitude for John Mary's extraordinary contributions to the safety, strength, and unity of our town. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Wiscasset Select Board hereby honors and commends John Mary for 50 years of distinguished service to the Wiscasset Fire Department and extends its heartfelt appreciation for his steadfast dedication to the community and to thank his family who support John's service to the town. In witness whereof, on behalf of the select board of the town of Wiscasset, the chair has set its hand and caused the seal of the town to be affixed this 19th day of August 2025.
On behalf of the staff, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on to committee appointments, Terry Heller, Climate Action Team, open for a motion.
Might appoint Terry Heller to the climate action team.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Public comment, is there anyone from the public who wishes to comment on something not on the agenda? If so, please come forward and state your name for the record. Anyone online? Going once. Going twice. Okay.
Before you do that, we just had somebody pop in.
Okay, going 3 times for public comment? Okay, I'm gonna assume we're good to move on. Department head and committee chair, we have our monthly reports. Any questions? Learn that Chief Bean shouldn't put doorknobs on. Should put it on backwards, just. I don't know.
It can be tricky.
Okay. Moving on to new business, future of the schools report. So I put a little memo in front of it. Suggesting, I don't know if you, did you put that in here or no? Not at all, okay. Because I put, what I would. As a liaison, I would suggest. So, for those who haven't read it, there's, a regional group, sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up. There's a regional group already meeting, composed of quite a few towns, and it includes board, members of their boards of selectmen, there's some town managers, there's just members of the community. So one of the things that I would suggest is that we, formally pass this on to our school committee. Obviously, we do not direct them to do anything, but we can certainly recommend. So give that to them and recommend that they send a representative to that group. And then I would suggest that we also send a representative to that group and that Dennis, as the town manager, go as he is able. That group seems to be very motivated, to look into the opportunity for the integrated consolidated school grant program, which doesn't lock us into anything, but it needs to be a joint town piece.
I would support that as part of exploring all the options that were within this report.
I second that. Sorry, what was your motion?
She didn't make a motion, she supported.
So I make a motion to do as Sarah suggested in requesting that the school committee appoint someone to the regional group. The select board also appoint someone to go to that and to have Dennis, as he can, go to that as well. To explore this one option.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Whatever she said.
Good thing it's recorded.
Alright. Any further discussion on that, and then we should probably vote to accept the report as done. So. Okay. There's no more discussion on that, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0, and then if possible, I'd like a motion to accept the report.
I make a motion to accept the future schools comprehensive report as presented in July 2025 by the Future of Wiscasset Schools Committee.
Second.
Any questions or discussion?
We should thank them for the hard work that they did.
Well, I think you should probably also consider making a motion just to disband the group now that the report is completed.
Okay. Well, we can do a third motion then.
Excuse me, are you not going to have public comment before you make all these motions and vote on them?
You're welcome to speak now.
Have you already voted to move this forward?
The motion's on the floor to accept the
We
report.
haven't voted. Want to come up and speak?
Well, I guess I would like to. Kim Dolce. I would much rather not be here, but I do feel that there are things that need to be said. I want to start by saying that I commend any citizen who is willing to serve on a town committee, and I believe that there were well-intentioned members on this committee. But I also believe that there were a number of times that they were put in untenable positions. In the 3.5 years since the Future of the Schools Committee first met, I've been in front of this board too many times to point out errors, omissions, and falsehoods. A news article on the committee's first meeting in December 2021 noted Kim Anderson, then serving as the select board liaison, and others predicted there would be no savings from tuitioning out high school students, and the pre-K would not fit into one building. When the initial report was released 19 months later, both of those predictions were presented as facts, though neither proved to be true. When asked for an explanation, Anderson, by then superintendent, stated the regulations dictating class size and separation by grade made it impossible. A few months later, I provided this board with Maine's regulations on class size, which seemed to indicate consolidation into one building was actually possible. Though the superintendent maintained her initial position for 2.5 years, eventually the committee acknowledged that pre-K through 8 could be housed in one building. The assertion that tuitioning out high school students would be an added expense to the town was also incorrect. Once again, I brought it to your attention that the report incorrectly included all students in the calculation rather than just Wiscasset residents, which changed the result from an expense to a substantial savings. When the committee resumed work in 2024, they didn't always allow public questions, so I submitted questions by email. Some were simple, some were complex, but most remain unanswered. I sent the committee a list of expenses from the 2025 school budget that had the potential to add as much as $1 million a year in savings in a one school scenario. Each of the items on the list was specific to grades 9 through 12 or to the operation of the elementary school, yet none appear to have been addressed by the committee. It would be interesting to know, did the committee review the professional study prepared by Stephen Blatt Architects that the school board commissioned in 2008 that examined various consolidation scenarios? I made a FOA request for the study and mentioned it to several members of the committee. Unfortunately, the copy the superintendent gave me was missing all of chapter 5, which was titled Consultant's Proposal Regarding Which School to Close and Proposed Additions to Remaining Facilities. Had the committee hosted a community meeting, as it promised on more than one occasion, I would have had more comments, many more comments and questions. As I said, I commend any citizen willing to serve on a town committee, and I accept that we all bring different perspectives. But we should all be willing to thoroughly research the task at hand, check our work and the work of others to make sure what we present is factual and free of bias. I urge you not to accept this report in its current form without asking more questions and demanding answers that are fully documented. I had a lot more to say, and I'm saving you some time. This is a longer version of what I had planned to say, along with that list from the 2025 budget that I hope you will review and consider before you vote tonight.
Fast. Did we not pass it right?
We love 2 pages.
Any other discussion? Either the board or the public? There is a motion on the floor, so unless someone would like to suggest that we wait to vote. Okay. Calling for a vote then, all those in favor of accepting the report? Motion passes 5-0, then you need to have a motion to, I guess, formally end the committee as it's an ad hoc. Ban.
Motion to disband the ad hoc committee on future of schools.
Second.
Moved and seconded, that doesn't mean there couldn't be another one at some point, but. Alright, any discussion? Questions? Okay, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Alright, new business license applications, Bottle Barn located at 16 Soul Lane, open for motion.
Move to approve, business license for Bottle Barn located at 16 Souls Lane.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. The Robinson Group LLC located at 72 Main Street, open for a motion.
Move to approve business license, I'm sorry, move to approve the business license for the Robinson Group located at 72 Main Street.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Is that the old Bert?
Yeah, yes.
All those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. FA grant award. Open for a motion.
Okay. The whole paragraph.
I'm sorry, I didn't write this came straight from the attorney.
Everybody get it in writing. There's copies of each agenda. So be it ordered that the Wiscasset Select Board hereby supports the submission of that certain grant agreement with the United States of America, the Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration, identified as the AIP grant 3/23 /0049/030/2025 with the date of offer of July 29, 2025. The grant agreement further referred to and authorize Dennis Simmons in this capacity as town manager to execute the grant agreement on the behalf of the town of Wiscasset. The grant agreement is made pursuant to the Federal Aviation Administration Airport Improvement Program and is for $408,000. Oh, no. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, $408,649.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Next is the mayor's sewer abatement request recommended by Rob and the town manager. Open for a motion.
I make a motion to accept the sewer abatement request from Joan Mayer for total of $148.95. And that she would continue to pay her regular monthly amount of $49.92.
Yeah, Bob. Oh, I was looking at,
Oh, no, I just read that.
you just need the end as recommended by
Oh, as recommended by
the town manager
town
and the.
manager. Hold on, I lost my place. As recommended by the town manager and the WWTP superintendent.
Thank you.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Alright, Public Works Truck Award, open for motion.
Move to approve, to award the Public Works truck bid to Roe Westbrook for $86,633 as recommended by the town manager and Public Works director.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? And this is below the amount that was approved, right?
Right.
Long along.
Yep,
There it is.
125,000 was approved. This is the total amount. So,
Right, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Fire Department Truck Award, open for a motion.
Move to award the fire department brush truck bid to Quirk of Portland for $53,490 as recommended by the town manager and fire chief.
Second.
Has moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. JR cannabis license reissue, open for a motion.
Motion to waive the application requirement of Wiscasset ordinance 1015 and approve the issuance of an adult use cannabis license for Jar Company Holdings LLC.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Yes.
No, I mean,
Oh.
I'm just approving.
Okay.
She's voting.
All right, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Letter of understanding U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, we do need a motion on this. Wow.
I make a motion to authorize the town manager to execute the letter of understanding between the town of Wiscasset Ambulance Service and the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Health Services Corps for ambulance services to the individuals in federal custody as outlined in the agreement, and to take any necessary administrative steps to implement the agreement.
Second.
And moved and seconded, any questions? Discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Community Resilience Partnership Program, Community Action Grant Round 2. Open for a motion.
Move to support the town's application to the Governor's Office of Policy Innovation and the Future Community Resilience Partnership Program and Community Action Grant for the development of engineering plans for the next phase on the town's waterfront resilience project.
Second.
And moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Warrants for the special town meeting for the school budget validation, open for a motion.
I make a motion to approve the warrant for the special town meeting to validate the school budget adopted on July 23rd, 2025.
Second.
And moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, moving down to assessor's business, first one abatement for Heparin LLC, map U 17 lot 1-N, in the amount of $2,304.77, open for motion.
Move to approve the abatement for Pepper LLC at Matt Unit 17, Lot 1N in the amount of $2,304.77 as recommended by the assessor agent Colby Bay.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Supplemental tax assessment for Heparin LLC, map U 17 lot 1N, open for motion.
Motion to approve a supplemental tax certificate and warrant for Keprin LLC in the amount of $2,304.77 as recommended by assessor's agent Ellery Bain.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
May I speak for just a moment?
Yeah.
For anybody that didn't kind of understand what that just happened, there was a building that was assessed on the wrong lot. And so we had to abate the lot that was there and then reassess the tax on the correct one. So that's why that was the way it was.
And I'll just add as a side note, I know it looks like we're just zooming through these, there's a lot of reading that came along with all of this beforehand, so. All right, next one, abatement Lance Roxford, map RO2 lot 36-1-1 in the amount of $74.63.
Move to approve the abatement for Lance Prosper, map RO2, lot 36-1 in the amount of $74.63 as recommended by the assessor.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Town managers report, anything you'd like to add?
I do have something to add. As sad as I am to see Sue leave us, you know, we all know he's moving on to bigger and better things. But I would like to thank her very much for her service to the town. She's been a pleasure to work with, and I've worked with Sue for many, many years, so I knew that would be the case when I hired her. We have hired Rebecca Brewer, who is a Wiscasset resident and currently the tax collector for the town of Edgecombe, to come on board with us full time. So you will see Rebecca in the office starting next week.
Thank you,
You
Sue.
too.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Any questions for Dennis? We have 3 executive sessions. Do we expect to go after any of them?
Yes.
Okay, so, Fritz, I can email you. With any
That sounds good.
stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you, John.
Alright. Alright, open for a motion to enter the first executive session.
Make a motion to enter the first executive session.
You gotta read the motion.
Yeah.
The executive session pursuant to 1 RSA, section 405-6E, to discuss life negotiation.
Second. Well, you can give it.
Okay, been moved and seconded, all those in favor? We're in executive session at 6:30 PM.
See
you later. Alright,
Alright, so I emailed you guys this ahead of time.
Is this all?
No, actually, it's not.